Good morning. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm actually in the annex at Euston Mall again, but rather than actually climbing, it's a little bit different this time. I thought I might do this. I'm just going to show you what I normally do as a gym session. So not all the things I'm going to be doing are really that useful for climbing. Climbing is really just my job now rather than my main sport. My main sport is actually hockey, so a lot of stuff I'm doing is more for that than for climbing, but just thought I'd share it all with you anyway, let you see what you think of it. So yeah, just going to take you through a normal session of mine, just going to record what I do. First thing is going to be some squats on the bar, so just going to film that now. Okay, next exercise that I'll jump into will be some Romanian deadlifts or RDLs. I do this more just for injury prevention, strengthen the hammies a little bit, nothing too crazy. But yeah, that's the second exercise. Okay, moving on now to some seated calf raises. Never used to do them seated, always used to do them standing. But I ended up getting injured playing hockey. Not really sure why, to be honest. Physio seemed to think it was something to do with climbing 4 times a week and training in hockey 3 times a week. Not really sure. I don't think that's possible, but apparently that's what caused it. So this is here to help prevent that. Just some dumbbell, a bit of weight on a single leg, do some bent leg calf raises, is what I'm going to do now. Calf seems to have been getting better recently. I think I fixed it by quitting my job and now climbing 6 times a week instead of 4. I think that's what was missing. I was underloading rather than overloading. But yeah, this is what I do as well now. So just 3 sets of these, 12 reps on each leg with, what's this, 22.5 kilos apparently. Okay, so the next exercise that I like to do, very climbing specific, but also useful for my hockey as well. But yeah, this is more useful for climbing as well. Front levers. So I can hold a front lever for maybe 1 second, 2 seconds if I'm lucky. But what I'm doing to train that is basically 3 sets of 10 of getting into the front lever position, essentially holding it for as long as I can before going back down again. So yeah, 10 reps of that, and yeah, try and keep as good a form as possible. And I normally need to rest quite a lot in between for these because front lever is quite tiring, funnily enough. Form slips quite a lot towards the end there. Terrible fall at the end of that, but pretty tired now. That's the last set done though. So, okay, next exercise that I'm going to go into is some weighted pull-ups. A couple of things with this. I've not really been doing weighted pull-ups at all since about November, sort of mid-November. Injured my shoulder, not from climbing. Funnily enough, of all things, it was sleeping. I slept really awkwardly on it. Don't really know what happened. Woke up in pain, and that pain's kind of never gone since I did that. So. I didn't see a physio until, must have been late January, maybe early February, and it's now middle of March, 12th of March. So probably delayed my own recovery process. That was a mistake in of itself. Should have seen the physio a lot earlier. Shout out to the physio, by the way, Alexios, if you're watching. One of the physios here, MSK, they work in the climbing wall here, so they've got a setup here. So yeah, if you are injured then and you live in London, great physios, would definitely recommend them. But yeah, so I've basically not really been doing full range of motion because of it. I might show you, see if I can pick it up on the audio, but when I fully extend my arm, my shoulder pops. That's basically the tendon rubbing against the bone. So physios advised me not to do that. So if you're wondering why I'm doing half reps, that's why. And then secondly, normally there's a weight belt in here, but I don't know if it's been stolen. I hope it's not, but there's no weight belts in the gym right now. So I'm going to improvise rather than not doing them. I've got a harness, so I'm going to put that on. And then yeah, use that instead of the weight belt with a chain, and hopefully that should work and allow me to do the pull-ups as well. So see how we go. So I just moved the mic to try and see if we can pick up the sound of my shoulder, see if we can do it this time. But it's normally on the way down when I extend my arm again. Don't know if that's going to have picked up the audio, but yeah, it's popping away in there. So yeah, I'm going to do some half reps on the weight and stuff. Okay, so I've improvised with the harness. That actually works quite nicely, quite comfortable. Good look as well. Maybe I should keep doing this instead of the weight belt. But yeah, so a bit frustrating to be back down at 10 kilos on the bar for this. I'm doing 4 sets of 10. Before I got injured, I was doing 4 sets of 10 with at least 20 kilos. And kind of 3 sets of 5 with 30, 35 kilos. So gone a long way backwards, but I've got myself to blame for that a bit in terms of waiting so long for the rehab and rather than just addressing it straight away. So lesson learned on that one. But yeah, just gonna do some half reps, like I say, just because I've been told to for protecting my shoulder. I like to do 2 sets open hand, and then 2 sets with, you know, chin up grip, just to get the biceps a bit more and just to spread it out a bit. So that's the plan. Pretty fatigued right now. Only managed 9. 9th was pretty questionable as well, so whether my chin was over the bar or not. But yeah, I like to still try and get 10 in that kind of set, if you like. So jumped off, rested really quickly, and then went and did the last one as well. So if I'd have fallen off at 7, then I'd have jumped on and tried to do 3 in a row as soon as possible after a quick rest. That's what I normally do. Didn't quite rest for long enough that time. Last one on its own. So the next exercise I'm going to is some Russian twists. So choosing a plate here. Just going to do 25 twists in total. So one twist is just moving across one side, that's what I'm counting. So I do 4 sets of 25, so it gets to about 100 reps. Yeah, that's the next exercise that I like to do. Okay, so I'm going to finish this off with some weighted dips, one of my favourite exercises. Similarly with the weighted pull-ups, I had to stop this back in November because of my shoulder. Thankfully now it's a lot better, so I can do the weighted dips again. So a bit frustrating that I've lost some progress. I think I was at about 4 sets of 10 with 45, 50 kilos, but now I'm going to drop back down to 30 for these ones. Now you may notice as well that I'm actually wearing the same clothes as a video from yesterday where I tried to flash everything in the annex. This has actually been filmed on the same day, and I thought I was going to show you push-ups instead of dips, because that's what I punished myself with for falling off the V5, whatever it was, 7 times. But then I heard the inner David Goggins in my mind and decided that I'm actually just going to do both. So I'll do my weighted dips as normal, show you that, and then I'll have filmed for the extra push-ups, 350 that I need to do after that as well. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Cool. That's that done. That is what my normal gym session looks like. Hope you found that somewhat insightful. Got any questions you want to ask, drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'm tired, but now I've got to go and do my push-ups for the last video. So we'll see how that goes. I think I've only got about 15% battery left on my phone, so hopefully get them done in time. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment. Really appreciate it, it really helps me out. But yeah, at the very least, as always, just make sure you grab life by the plums, and I'll see you in the next video.